Welcome to the NYXUS Podcast. I'm Melanie Nix, your host, and today I am sitting down with Konjur. I've been waiting for this one. I'm a fan, so I'm really excited to have you guys here. Introduce yourself, guys. Let's see who we have.
I'm going to start down here and work our way
Sure.
back.
Thanks, Mel. We're big fans as well. I'm Shade, guitar player.
I'm Iva, bass.
Joseph, singer.
I'm Matt, I'm the drummer.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
What's the story behind Konjur?
Okay. That's probably the big question.
As spontaneous as the name, we really just kind of sequentially gathered together, starting with Shade and I, came over here, Joseph, and then we found Matt, and now we're all together.
It was kind of a bunch of buddies getting together. We were doing jams. Scully and I had done a couple projects before this, but nothing really metal-oriented, so that was kind of the thing that we started looking at. Joseph came in. He did a bunch of different instruments. If you even want to talk about that a little bit.
Well, when we first met, we were all messing around with guitar. We actually had another guitarist with us, but we had four of us playing guitar. So Ivana and I kind of branched off, and she took on bass and I took on drums. And then maybe about 8 months after that, we met this guy right here. And, I maybe had some cute natural talent. He had established, grounded skill. And we're like, yo, dude, you got one. We need you, bro. And he came in and, he's really this solidified the group, and that other guitarists we're talking about, he did a show with us once and then just kind of, had other pursuits, and we just kind of kept going. And, it's been pretty rigorous, but we've maintained it, and we're really proud of where we've come.
Happens a lot in the music world, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bands see members moving around, but it changes the sound a little bit, I think.
We got a lot better.
There we go. What's the name? What's the story behind the name?
There's maybe a couple of different angles that we go about for that. I know personally, I and Scully, actually kind of all of us, are all huge fans of horror movies. I'm a particularly big fan of The Conjuring, but that's not necessarily where the name came from. Definitely, we started more as like a vibe, not a jam band, but kind of just feeling out different kinds of vibes, or we might say we conjured up different ideas, and so there's that, and then, I don't know, it was just cool. It was cool. Exactly. We like corn, and it starts with a K.
Something we all could agree on.
Flip the R.
Yes, agreeing on the band name. Sometimes a little complicated, and other bands are telling me, happy accidents.
Yeah, it's like a path of least resistance kind of thing.
One of our, I know you're a big part of the community that we do online with social media, Facebook, Instagram, and all that. One of the big bands that we've enjoyed the names of is All Good Band Names Are Taken, Agbat, I think they are.
That's awesome. I like that a lot.
Lots of interesting, funny accidents with band names, for sure. Gotta agree.
I like this question. I like picking brains to know where the, Anger Overdose told me,
Anger Over, yeah. I was just watching your interview with them.
Yeah. Good guys. I like them guys. He told me I'm just always angry. It's like an oath. So angry.
Was that Uberdosis?
Oh, that was Zorn. I'm trying to think of
okay. Huh.
Zorn. How would you guys describe your music?
Metal.
Any subgenres? Because we know that there's a million subgenres in that right now.
The bet.
There you go.
I think one of the things that we pride ourselves on is that, one, we have a very vast, versatile collective tastes. We all like very, very different things, and we also all like a lot of the same things. Yeah. So with each song, we try to kind of highlight just an element of that song, regardless of what the genre is. So sometimes it might be sludge metal, sometimes it might be metalcore, sometimes it might be
black metal
or reggae pop. Who knows?
Metal.
Yeah,
it's pretty progressive.
I mean, it depends on the influence, depends on the song, right?
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
That's what a lot of people are saying. Even me, when I was in a band and that question would come up, I'd be like, Well, it depends on what song we're talking about, because...
Yeah. And you're a singer, too, if I'm not mistaken. So that especially, all the tone that you could do 15 different genres in one song, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
I think one of our songs was classified as punk, and I was like, okay, okay, whatever you guys want to put us in, I'll accept it, but I didn't think we were punk. What's the creative process behind music? Where does it start? Where does it end?
I think initially we would just come together, like we were saying, that jam. We might have like an idea or a thought, like without lines. We had a bass line we were working off of.
yeah.
With like Breath of Cold, we had some guitar riffs that we were working off of. With Look at Me, we had a drum line that we were working off of, and so it's kind of been, each song kind of blossomed. But going forward with some of the new stuff. So Shade right now is in Berkeley, and he's taking on like a lot of new, ideas and knowledge. And so we've got right now with some of the new stuff for the new album, we've got a solid skeleton that we're going to be able to work off of. But some of the newer stuff, we're definitely going to be utilizing some of this, Berkeley knowledge that's coming in.
Well, knowledge is always good to have, right? You never have enough knowledge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the music world, it's ever changing. It's like every day something's different.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys produce your own music, but there's always a new way to produce the music, to master the songs, too.
Yeah. And that's been such a godsend for us, too, because before we were doing a lot of our own production, and actually where we are right now is our band room. And so right behind you, or I guess behind this, 15 drums, cymbals, everything, all that, and all the mics. Like probably 100 mics, but he knows the craft, really knows what they're doing, and can also be an outside ear for because we've heard these songs like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And so having someone that can go, you should do this here, is kind of nice too. But
I'm working for my first time now with a producer. Songs that I'm doing, so that's like you're saying, it's very different. I sent him a rough draft, and he was like, no.
Well,
no, that's not what I want. And I was like, oh, okay.
But that's helpful because it keeps you honest. It keeps you moving forward. Yeah.
I'm used to like my band telling me, wow, this is amazing, and now it's like, oh, okay, hold on, let me get out of my feelings.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, how can we make it better? And I want to listen to him. He told me, hey, you can do what you want. I'm just here to help.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm going to listen because,
you want it to be as good as possible.
But exactly. Who doesn't want to learn new stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Totally. Yeah.
But we should give a shout out to Bias Studios. We had Brian as our producer for Breath of Cold. But our buddy Jeremy with the oddly enough, he really witnessing it, being there, price range, everything was just the full package. We're like, we can't say no to that.
What's the plans for the coming months? A new song release?
Yes, multiple song releases. So, shows, plenty of shows. We're part of a festival.
We going for an EP, I guess, the end of the summer, or
album?
Yeah.
So let's be concise. So a lot in June it is for Harley Davidson for Memorial Day weekend. We're going to be doing a show with I just forgot their names. But we'll put a poster out pretty soon. And then in July we have
Living Dream Festival being run and led by Jono. In fact, it's July 14th to 16th is that festival. And it's the Living Dream Festival. And if you were just dreamgatherings.org is the website to access all that information.
Where are you guys at?
Where are we at?
Mm-hmm.
Like sitting wise, or like where are we at emotionally?
No, like in the world.
DMV, Alexandria, Virginia.
There we go. There we go.
Hey. Yeah, we've worked with, just recently, we have a couple buddies who are in a band called Mirrors, and we did a Halloween show with them. We're going to be at that festival. We'll be working with numerous artists, not just musically, but also, the tangible art. And with the That one in June 16th, was it?
Right, since we're playing with a couple bands.
Manassas,
Yeah, in Manassas. We'll be working with some artists there.
Oh, Salisbury Center is where
Salisbury Center.
Maybe Tori with the album.
Very cool.
Tori, our album artwork from a good friend of ours, Tori. She made that album artwork for us.
Yep.
I would also say so. Our drummer Matt, he does beats. So he does like trap and
Rolls Royce.
Yep.
And so he's worked with Mirrors a couple times, the band as well, to kind of start doing some of their tracks. He's starting to maybe look at doing a little bit of like EDM stuff with our band too.
Yes.
So that might be kind of cool.
Yes.
Why not? Why not? We have Encircled Throne right now. We have servers, so they're all in there talking music and sharing stuff, and he's putting some EDM beats in his music. So it's very, very interesting. Actually, Image of Deceit. I've said Encircled Throne, but Image of Deceit.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know them. They're good guys.
All the guys in the community, like you said earlier, we're all in the same little Facebook community, so the names are all very familiar, very... But artistic collaboration, do you guys have any singers, any featured singers that you think you have one?
Oh, we have ones that we want. So, Mel.
Anytime.
Please.
Anytime, for sure.
One of our biggest fans who comes in and he'll jam out with us once in a while, Mark. we singer, brings a lot of soul, a lot of love, a lot of vibe. And again, biggest fan. He comes into the room, just fills it with love. He just starts rocking.
You need guys like that. It keeps you going.
So, if you ever hear of anyone that is also looking for bands to collab with, like we're happy to
absolutely
get anything.
All about the
Mindy Jackson from Dying Oath.
Yeah.
Told me during the interview that whoever wants to collab with her, she would love to collab.
She close to Virginia?
Well, we can also do it online.
We can do it online too.
She's in Virginia.
Where is she located?
I think she's in Virginia.
Get out!
And she's got an awesome scream. That girl can growl. That girl can
hell yeah.
Yeah, do some team.
So for sure, you guys can hit her up. She's open for any collaborations. And she's worked with one of my idols, which is Alyssa Cross.
Wow, really?
Vocal teacher, so she is
nice.
On point. I told her I'm looking out for her for a collab for sure in the future because she's amazing.
Sweet.
Right on.
How do you think social media changed the game?
Completely?
Yeah, entirely.
Anytime we do a show, promote it appropriately. A place to put our flyers, a place to promote our merch, to connect to other artists and promote their names and know that we're being promoted by them, And it's just sharing the love.
Social media and the internet changed the game for sure. You guys are cutting out again.
Virtual band.
You hear the oh no?
Now I can hear you.
Oh.
No, now you're gone. My audio engineer's gonna have a blast with this one, Matt.
Right.
Sorry.
Let me see if I can change internet. Yeah, we're trying to cheese the internet.
Did that do it?
I can hear you now. It seems by moments you guys are dropping off.
Oh, okay.
We're not close enough. I don't know.
But speaking of audio engineers, we actually have a solid, God-given audio engineer. Changed the game. We can't see ourselves doing a show without him. We really can't. Silas Andrews.
Awesome. It cut out, that's why I made you repeat it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I want to make sure that we shout out, the right people and
yeah.
It's important.
He's undoubtedly a lifesaver for everything.
Young guy too. What is he? 21?
22.
22. Yeah. Young guy.
Very
great. talented.
Yeah, he's come to from house shows to full-on shows. He's been there for the crazy moments to the calm, somber moments. He's been the whole time. He's been a lifesaver.
It's nice to have somebody that has your back all the time, no matter what.
Yes.
My team is like that. I'm blessed with a wonderful team. My assistant, Britt, Ames, who is like constantly messaging bands to see where they at, if we can help them with stuff. And then I have Matt Audio. Matt does the audio on every interview. So they save me a lot of time. I couldn't do this without them.
Yeah.
I'm booked at 2 to 3 interviews.
What's up, Matt?
They keep me busy. They keep me going. 2 to 3 interviews a week. This was supposed to be
That's awesome.
one interview a month thing, and then I hit the community, and you guys made me blow up. So thank you very much for helping me out.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
It's a pleasure. Other than music, what hobbies, what passions do you guys have in life?
Wow.
Big time gamer girl over here.
Gamer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Biker.
Yeah, big into cycling for sure. Yeah.
I love doing marathons, running, community-based stuff, choir at church.
Joey, not the rest of us.
Yeah.
Video games. What video games do you guys play?
Oh man, all kinds. So, well, did you?
We're very like opposite of the genre. It's like he likes
We
to.
are?
I like to show. You like
shooters.
stealth and puzzles and finding out stuff, and I like just slam, like kick down the door.
Well, we both like shooters.
I like shooters too. Yeah.
And then Sloppy Joe Studios.
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys in Sloppy Joe Studios music? Did your song make it onto Sloppy Joe's?
We didn't end up talking to them, but I was watching some gameplay, and I was going to say that seems like the kind of game that I would be interested in. But yeah, do great stuff.
His game is. I have played the demo. Haven't bought it yet.
Yeah.
Death Pigeon. Is
Yeah.
YouTube walkthroughs. If you guys just want to check it out, just to see what it looks like, head on to Death Pigeon's YouTube channel, and you'll see him playing the game. I think it's
Perfect.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, they added so many indie bands. It's so cool. You just walk around in the world, and then you find a little tape, little cassette.
No way!
Music, like the artist starts playing.
Different bands?
Yep. All
What?
Oh, you guys gone again.
No!
There you are. But keep an eye on Sloppy Joe. I know that the game itself will expand.
What? I didn't catch any of that.
If you guys keep an eye on Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe?
Yeah, Sloppy Joe Studio. That's the guy that made the game.
Oh, okay.
He said that if the game works well, he'll be adding more bands, be doing an expansion.
Nice.
Great. That's awesome. Yeah.
Keep an eye on him. I know we're talking about putting maybe a little NYXUS Podcast building somewhere. So
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
it's so cool. I mean, that's another cool thing that came out of the community. That game.
Wow, that's so cool, even as a concept.
Yeah, right? I love it.
Yeah, you find little cassettes, like little tapes, like back in the 80s, 90s, Not even CDs, little cassettes.
Sure.
Well, speaking of music, let's take a short break and listen to your song, Breath Cold.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Sounds good.
Breath of cold. I died to hear the spirits of all. them clear as day. It's here, it's now, it's them. See them, it's them. Waiting until blinded like shape with the sculpture that came. A hate in its mess, disguising itself as run from the night as they pray for what's right as they take up the knives as they breath of cold. A tongue of the flesh, a vision of fate, a promise of there they are, waiting until the end. Blinded like sheep, this culture decayed. A hate in its midst, they came bearing down. The shadows called them by name, but the past has no power here, just a screaming in the wind. As the sun recedes its kiss, in the loosening of its embrace, the beginning of the unknown. They came bearing down. The shadows called them by name, but the past has no power here, just a screaming in the wind. As the sun recedes its kiss, and the loosening of its embrace, the beginning of the unknown breath of cold.
We have just listened to Konjur with their song Breath of Cold. You guys want to talk about it a little bit? What's the meaning behind the song?
I think we all kind of have our own kind of intentions and meanings with it, but lyrically, you know, it's loaded because it's very, you know, individual, and I with the stuff that we work on, I like to kind of keep it very broad and vague for people to kind of draw their own interpretations from it. And it kind of has my own personal meanings to it, and it's kind of me talking to, a lot of the songs is talking to either a younger self or talking through almost a spiritual lens. And so almost to not take away from people's own personal journeys, I almost don't want to assert my own, you know, my own vision with it, out of just respect of the listener.
We could talk about some of the themes in it, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, generally speaking, there is an overarching, maybe not a story, but kind of an event that's going on in the song. Mm-hmm. It starts with lights crept out from the skies, and demons thinking how to fly. Mm-hmm. So there's something going on. It's not certain whether this is literal, this is metaphorical.
Yeah, it's almost like
something's going on, and then as it goes through, Joseph does a great job of explaining, in my opinion, the turmoil of how I see it, kind of the world, or maybe a person's life, or something like that, and all the things that they have to go through to stay true to themselves. And that's kind of how I've seen it. But there's, like you said, tons of interpretations.
The moral decay of the world. You know, the whole. The lights, you know, crept up from the sky, demons didn't know how to fly, whispering shadows below, every sound, every flow. And it gets into talking about this kind of like the injustice that's being done to, like, especially like the youth, and how before they're even able to sing and rise, they are kind of taken down by that smoke and flame of the world, and kind of swallowed up by it. And so it's kind of just that overarching darker tendencies of life that kind of will swallow humanity itself, and that rise above it.
I could see how there could be many interpretations to it, and why you don't want to go too deep into yours.
Yeah, because I mean, every little nuance in it, I don't even know how to begin to break that down. Because again, it's very symbolic, it's very metaphorical. There's a lot of intention with every step of the way of it. But it's just kind of that. Oh
my gosh!
That breaking through.
I love the title drop, though. That's always my favorite part.
Breath of cold!
Yeah, it's so good. I love that part every time.
How was it created? Did you guys start with the lyrics? Did you guys start with a guitar riff on this one?
Yeah, a lot of things seem to start.
From what
with
I remember,
guitar
was we were jamming out one day, and we had like a solid vibe and flow, and then we all were like, "Do you guys like this flow?" And I remember we were all kind of like, we've revisited this flow quite a bit, and we all were like, you know what, let's see where this takes us. Let's turn this into something. And we really started to launch in more and more, and it just kind of continued to solidify, and then it really became. It wasn't until we really like got into like recording that it really almost rooted itself appropriately, and that's when we were like, yo, this is what we wanted. This is it.
I can recall a few conversations that in that time period, talking to Matt specifically. He and I are big fans of just talking rhythm, syncopation, and things like that. Mm-hmm. So we were talking a lot about like, well, what time signatures do we like to play? And 6/8 was brought up a lot. 12/8 was brought up sometimes. We hate 7, but 6/8 was one that we both really fancied a lot. So we ended up doing quite a few jams on that. And like you said, I think one of those ended up being something that we started to expand on. We'd do a little this and be like, do a little that, be like, One point, I think it was Matt, said, what if we did a time signature change? We ended up with a 4/4 part that's just totally different than the rest of.
Almost like a breakdown at that point.
Yeah, it's like a breakdown with a solo, and then it just kind of, I don't know, it clicked. That was probably the first time that we really came together as just a total jam and made a song.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. Yeah.
Everybody loves a good breakdown. Everybody loves a good breakdown.
Thanks.
I mean, for me, one of the most memorable breakdowns for me is Lorna Shore, the Hellfire.
Hell yeah.
When that song came out and I heard that part, I was like, I was like, first of all, who is this guy? Where does he come from? And
I think the
what are
the Will Ramos, right?
Out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff that we do, we like to kind of implement like a message. And one of the strongest messages for me with that song, at least, is kind of how we humans, we tend to get blinded by that noise and the smoke and the mirrors. Like, that goes on, that hate, that fear, and that chaos, and it swallows us. And it's something to be mindful of, and to know that we're not limited to that.
The extra noise, that's what I call it all the time when I'm talking to my team, and we're doing good, we're at a good place, and then there's always that extra noise that comes in, and you got to push that extra noise out. It's not important.
Cast it out, man.
Yeah, keep your focus on what's important, and the extra noise is just that. Just let it be extra noise behind you. I agree. Do you guys ever regret any sacrifices you had to make music?
Every sacrifice is necessary, and it's helped shape and define who and where we're at right now.
No regrets.
None. And I'm excited for what's to come. There's probably going to be plenty more sacrifices, but the more you go through those motions, the more you realize what's necessary, and the more you realize what you don't need to, all those little roadblocks and those things that come in the way, you learn how to avoid it, to not even make it something you have to sacrifice.
as opposed to regretting a sacrifice, maybe the only thing that I would say that I regret is just not doing some of this sooner.
Yeah.
Time. Yeah.
But sooner doesn't mean that it would have been better.
Correct.
No.
Would you have met these people? Would the band be together today? Would
Exactly.
Who can
We don't know. We don't know. But we are now, and it's working, and we have a bright future ahead.
Absolutely, you guys do. I can't wait to see where everything brings you. The new single, the shows, I'm always excited to see the bands that I interview make it. You know, when I see somebody having a show somewhere, taking out a single, it's exciting. It's exciting to see.
Fill our heads up more. We love it.
Yeah. Well, we're not stopping anytime soon, and we've realized that in each other. You know, we came together and we've really put in a lot of time and effort to where this is not just a part-time job. This is not just a weekly chore. This is a passion, you know, and the gears are moving.
It's a career.
It's a career. It's a blossoming one at that. It's something that's really taken our lives by storm in the sense that we're meeting every Monday and Friday. We're given a good 4+ hours each time that we meet. You know, and we're all actively practicing and developing our skills outside of practice. Every day, you know, and it's one of those things where we all have that trust, that faith, that belief in each other that we're going to deliver. And we've had brilliant artists come on board. We've had brilliant individuals come. And we've seen so much potential. We're like, oh, man, we want to work with you. And they couldn't keep up. They disappear over time. They'd show up for a couple practices. And we're like, this is great. Scheduled in a line, their own personal whatever, in a line. And it just fizzled out. But these 4 right here remained. And we're going to continue to remain.
You have to find like-minded people. You have to find people with the passion, the same level of passion as you.
Same value, you know.
Some people do music just as a hobby, and some people like guys want to pursue this as a career. So you can't, if you want to pursue this as a career, you can't have somebody that's just like, well, I just want to do this as a hobby, because then you guys are heading in 2 different directions. Like formed here first.
And then Joseph was the one that met Matt, actually.
Oh yeah.
If you want to talk about that.
Yeah, that was kind of a cool scenario.
Yeah.
We actually, I was dating his girlfriend. At the time, I was dating his girlfriend's best friend. And came over, we were playing games together, doing cards and stuff. And then him and I started talking. I was like, yeah, I'm in a band, man. You know, I'm a drummer. He's like, I'm a drummer. I'm like, you're a drummer? I was like, oh, that's dope. And then I was like, you should come over, and I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get better, you know. You should show me a thing or two. He's like, yeah, I'd love to. We were talking, rapping that night, chilling, and he actually showed up. He actually came over. He actually didn't just come over. He spent a good amount of time here and wowed everybody. And I remember once he left, I looked at everybody in the room, and I was like, dude, this guy's it.
Oh, I remember
and
that.
yeah, this guy's it. Everyone's like, whoa, wait. We really like you as the drummer, though, and we don't even know this man yet. Like, we don't even know him yet. I'm like, this guy's it. And then he showed up again, and then again, and then again, and then again, and then he kept us accountable, and everyone was like, yeah, dude, this guy's it. To the point where, you know, one of the other members at the time was almost intimidated by him coming in, and like once realized that we were actually going to be doing shows, that he kind of turned away and pursued other pursuits, you know. But you know, we realized it. He realized it. He felt the vibe. He knew it. He saw that vision that that we were developing, and he helped complete that vision. Is there anything you wanted to add to that as far as you coming in?
I just think that, when I met you, I wasn't really very active with my playing at that time. I was more focused on like the audio production and more of the beat making at that time. And just joining with you guys and just being able to jam and kind of developing what we have so far really brought my ability back into my life. So thank you guys for that. And yeah, I'm really happy. And I think it's helped all of us together as well as myself personally quite a bit. So.
Well, you could see that you guys mesh very well together. You guys have a good energy together. Like, I could see you guys, like, you guys can't see what I see on the camera, but I'm sure you can hear it. I'm sure you could feel it through just the audio. You guys sound like a family. You guys sound like a unit. Not 4 separate members, but one unit.
Solid.
And it's really nice to see.
I think that's how we all feel for sure.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get along with the people you're going to tour with one day, right?
No,
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. We didn't mention
on that
this.
tour bus, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't mention this, but actually the 3 of us on this side of the couch, actually, we rent a house together as well.
Yeah, we all live together.
So, we have for what, 2 years now?
I think more than that.
More than that, we're pretty much right when COVID hit. I remember at the time, my sister had lived here with my nieces, and they were upstairs, and I was downstairs. And once COVID hit, you know, they came over and they're like, "Hey, if we come over and chill here, we're not going to be able to necessarily go back home." You know, like our families aren't really, you know, too 100% about that idea. Yeah. And then it's like, well, then yeah, let's just chill and hang out, and that hangout never stopped. They just started to pay rent one day, and I was like, fuck yeah, this makes life so much easier.
Moved in, not everything moved in, guys. But I think it's awesome. You know, you guys know that you're solid. You guys know that, you know, you already know your little quirks and your little, you know. So it's not a big surprise when you're on tour, you know, like, you left the toilet seat up again.
Yes, right.
You know,
we all communicate pretty well, and that's something that we've all really been working on over the past few years, and I think it's helped us grow together. And I think a big sacrifice out of the group is actually with this guy right here, Matt, is he's either driving 20 minutes from his home, or he's driving 45 minutes from another area, and it's just his consistency and his discipline, his integrity, to come in and kind of hold us accountable has helped us achieve things that we definitely were not going to be able to do on just our accounts, you know, and it really helped us kind of launch more professionally, you know, more grounded, and in a way that we kind of needed. And now it's just what we do, you know.
Yeah, you guys practice like 2 times a week, you said? Like
minimum.
Oh
yeah,
at least. Together.
At least, and that's together. But we jam and mess around throughout the week, and we all do our own. We all practice and hyper focus on our own stuff throughout the week too.
Well, you have to if you want to get better at anything.
Absolutely,
basically.
we definitely invest in that too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep, exactly. You got to invest. It's a big investment. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of sacrifices, like we said earlier. So you're not going to make those sacrifices to then do nothing with it. So it's nice to see that you guys are actually very committed to it. There's a lot of bands that want to be instant famous, but they don't want to work at it.
You got to pay your dues.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it's
got to pay your dues.
That's right.
Undeniably.
When you guys get in front of the audience, where does your mind go? I tend to.
Everybody's naked.
Especially Justin.
Fire though.
You know, honestly, when we get in front of the audience, you know, it used to be. I remember when we do shows for me, like that month building into the show, I'd start getting that nervous itch. Then 2 weeks before the show, I'd get that nervous itch, and now it's like 30 minutes before the show, I'm like, oh shit, like, oh yeah, it's going down. And then once we actually get up there and start, it's game time. I feel at home.
Yeah.
We're rooted. We got this. I have no fear. I have a full, complete, undeniable trust in these people right here, and we're gonna get it done. We're gonna kill it. And if we don't, so the fuck what? They already paid. We're done. We're good. Because nothing could be as bad as our first show. Every single song, we played for 3 hours. And our first show, every single song, I messed up. I'm not even
It was
joking.
also like 48 degrees outside.
It was freezing. It was October.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, it was, yeah, but every song messed up. I remember people out there. My uncle goes up to our rhythm guitarist at the time and goes, man, you guys are a really good band, but y'all need a new singer. like your singer's kind of slacking. I'm like, you know, my own family made a point to say something.
You know, like, I hear people in the crowd saying, "That's not how it's supposed to be sung." You know? But you gotta fight that. You gotta swallow it. You gotta move on.
Yeah.
You know,
That was a long time ago.
that was a long time ago. Not much has changed, but it's a long time ago.
But it happens, you know, like it completely happens. It's how you deal with it. I mean, we can see like the biggest singers out there, the biggest divas. Like I'll give you Adele as example. She's singing her song, and halfway through her song, she messes up their lyrics, and she's like, "What the fuck am I doing? Restart the song." You know? Like, shit, it happens.
It does.
Yeah.
We have to remember that bands are humans.
Amen.
Most of us are humans.
Yeah.
Most. Some are lizard people.
Yeah.
Probably. But no, there's definitely a switch that kind of happens. At least for me, there's definitely a switch that happens where I forget that the audience is there.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a lot of faith in we've done this practice a million times, and it's just another one.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, mine is very opposite in my own weird way.
Well, this is the dancing queen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like oftentimes like a 70% chance of the time when I go to sleep and wake up in dreamland, I already have my bass guitar there and I'm playing for everyone. So it's like being up there on the stage. It's like, holy shit, the dream is real.
Amen.
Everything's set up. We have the gear there. We're all here, and I just live the dream.
Yeah. See, and you know what? We all have that collective dream of that, you know, we do this, and it's not a dream anymore. It's an active reality.
Oh, yeah.
It's an active reality. You know, we're living it.
With each other's energy on stage, and, you know, like, I think that's all important. How about you, Matt? What happens when you get on stage?
Kind of similar to what Shay said, you know, I kind of black out and forget that the audience is there and kind of play off of them as best I can. As long as I can hear everybody well, I'm in my own zone. I kind of just let go and be able to do what I need to do. You know, I used to get very nervous early on when we first started playing, and I've been in other bands in the past as well, but the experience and the amount of times we played together right now, like, I don't really get nervous anymore. I kind of just be able to kind of just do it. So
I got a story about that nervousness.
no.
That first show, you know, a good buddy and almost a sponsor of ours, Peter Babuso.
Oh.
He had this special surprise for us for our first show, our first big moment on stage. And what he does is he rents this giant limo for us to show up in. Now again, be mindful. It's cold outside. It's not like at it's like Halloween night several years ago where it was pretty frigid, and we'd been spending, you know, hours upon hours, weeks and months of promoting the heck out of this thing. And so he drives all the way from like West Virginia mountain area and gets this limo for us. And this man right here and our rhythm guitars are like, "Oh, we didn't know this was gonna. Well, we're showing up in a limo. What's going on? Like, what the heck is this?"
I don't like surprises.
We ride up in the limo expecting there to be this like audience of people, and we're like, "All right, this is our moment." We get up, and we had all the tables and chairs. The stage is set. We pull up, and it's just our buddy Peter standing there going, "Hey,
there you go.
Hope you like the limo." That was probably the one really good thing of that night.
We've had a lot of better shows since then.
Way better.
Yeah.
And people did show up. It filled out, you know, it didn't fill out the way that we initially envisioned, but we learned how to kind of cope and deal with that.
Yeah.
You know, marketing is a really important fundamental thing. You almost need a separate team to do that.
Well, I don't know how they do it now, but, you know, I remember back in the days, street teams were a big thing, where you had
street crews
and just promote.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing now, but all on the internet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could get a bot to do it for you if you want.
There you
Really?
ChatGPT.
I mean,
That would
everyone
make a
does.
big help. But that's kind of to tie into your question earlier about how social media has helped. That's kind of how we go about promoting now. Other than like word of mouth in our immediate groups, social media is kind of how we reach, the greater world around us.
Yeah.
Well, social media and the internet are doing it's I call it a double-edged sword because
100%.
with the music world and everything, the internet is helping. I mean, I did collaborations with my old band, Crossover. I featured a girl that won a competition on the singing app that I'm in.
Wow.
She was
dope.
in the UK. So it was me in Canada, my guitar and producer in Virginia, and her in the UK. We have another song that we featured a guy in Pakistan.
Wow. And how else would that have happened? How else could that have brought those people together?
I wouldn't have been able to fly them in to sing a song with me, So, and then you look at the other edge where me growing up, I didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. So, you'd go to school, you'd do your school day, you come back home, you'd be safe at home.
Yeah.
Now you have kids, like I have 3 of them. Bullying doesn't stop at school. They come home, they get bullied on their cell phone. That's my double-edged sword. I love the internet. I love what we can do with it, but at the same time, I'm like, we got to be careful.
Yeah, it gets a little
With that bullying, it gets so real because our world becomes so much. It's big as it becomes so much smaller, and we put so much emphasis on it. It's where that bullying takes such a bigger hit. 20, 30 years ago, somebody said something stupid online. It's like, well, I'm really never on there. I don't care what they said. Now we're so immersed in it. It's almost a part of our daily lives.
Yeah, it's like, how can we figure out the human form?
Even just with email, anything. It's become so, implemented in our daily lives that it's our world has become almost tied to it.
And some people just thrive on that. Go on band pages, go on people's pages, be like, "Oh, you suck." Okay.
Trolls?
Yeah, trolls. Oh, it's real.
They thrive
real.
on that, though. They love doing that. They love trying to make people sad or discourage people, and it's sad to see. Like, I always tell my kids, like, if somebody's bullying you, give me your phone. I'll take care of it. Like, you can't let kids. You have to keep an eye on your kids at all times with the internet, with social media. We had a mental health week last month. And we talked about it a lot. One of our guests was actually human trafficked.
Wow.
Like it's mental health is a big thing. We always talk about. We will have more mental health episodes. So if you guys would love to sit down in one of them,
We would love to.
You're always welcome.
So my main career, what I work with is severe and profound special needs children, and so I'm a huge advocate for that. So mental health is very paramount, and we make a point to address the empowerment in every single one of our shows. That instilling that you're beautiful, you're capable, and you're perfect just the way you are, and you always have been. All you need to do is be you.
We usually even list help hotlines and suicide hotlines and everything like that at our shows too, for the same reason.
That's something to hear because
we need to know there's outreach, and people need to know that they're not alone and that it's okay. It's just not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of understanding and growth and how to go about it righteously. As
much as we, if we keep making it a common thing, if we keep making it normal, I'm hoping that at one point it will be normal, especially for men. Men, the LGBTQ community, anybody that feels trapped, that feels like they can't talk, you need to talk. There's those hotlines, there's those, please reach out to somebody. I always tell everybody, I'm here. My DMs are open. I don't care if I know you, if I don't know you, reach out. It's
song drop, Trapped. That's kind of ties into our song, Trapped.
The next
single after Without Lines is Trapped, and that's actually kind of like that whole nuance with it is what we really try to tack in.
Very cool. So we'll make sure to listen to that, and when it comes out, you guys can always come and do a live episode with me on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be dope.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Let me know. We'll do a live episode. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about mental health and whatever you guys
want. Love that.
That sounds
great. The platform is always open for everybody. I offer an open platform to talk about everybody, everything. Next episode that we're going to have, special episode, will be mental health, religious trauma.
Wow.
So very important. That should be very,
Very important.
It's going to be interesting. We have a chaplain. He's on Facebook too. He's called The Metal Minister. He's coming to sit down.
I really want to check this out now. Like, that's really dope. I'm actually a minister. I'm a minister too. So.
If you want to come and sit down, it's going to be an open platform. We're going to talk. I'm expecting tones to maybe get a little heated, but everything's going to be done in respect.
Correct.
Good.
As well it should. As well it should. As well it should. There's no, yeah.
The Metal Minister, who's a chaplain. My fiance is going to come in because she has a lot of religious trauma growing up.
Yeah.
You know, we're in the South. Being LGBTQ in the South is
Yeah.
not easy. So
Absolutely.
it's a very important conversation to have, and I have people that actually want to talk about it. So let's do it.
And we need to make people aware, and that love is very important because that's what we need to heal. People need to understand and know, and it's the real connection and real voices, and that's how we come together as one. Because there's no more room for hate. You know,
Absolutely.
We've got no more room or tolerance for it. We all feel it. We all know it. We're all aware of it.
It's 2023. It's enough with, like, leave things in the past. Let's start. Let's show the kids.
Let's
the
do
new
it.
generation
Because that's
coming
who's
up.
affected. It's this youth. They're growing up into it. They're the ones seeing it. They're the ones that need to know. You know.
Exactly. It's
Good
something.
I'm honestly, thank you. This is. I love this. This is very important. I
Thank you for
love
having
this.
us.
Seriously, this
That's
is
very awesome.
what you're doing is huge. You're bringing so much to so many people, and we're going to do our due diligence to make sure that we get your name gets out there. We are, because this is some beautiful work that you're doing. Thank you.
I appreciate it. I've been sitting on this idea for years, thinking, see, this is my advice to my younger self. You guys will get the question later. You guys will get the question later, but my advice to my younger self is there's no stupid ideas. Do it. I've been thinking of this podcast for years. I've been thinking of doing, special episodes on mental health, and I always thought, maybe nobody would be interested. Maybe it's stupid. I'm not going to do it. Fast forward to December 2022, where I put my foot down and I said, you know what? Let's do it.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's the worst case that happens? It doesn't work.
Exactly.
And something else. That's all.
You move on. You do. Yeah, exactly. You do it. You move on. And that kind of ties into the question that you were asking us earlier. Like, is there any regrets? And the thing is we had said starting sooner, but you know what? It's the now that matters, and it's the now that a difference is being made. And you've prepared yourself. You've built yourself to the point where doing it now, you're going to be able to reach so many more people.
Yeah. And it's important, especially after COVID. You guys all lived together, so you guys had each other to support each other. I was lucky. I lived with my mom and my stepmom, so I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that were alone through everything. And to be locked out in your house for a year alone, mental health took a fall. So I think it's important to talk about it and to reach out. I'm glad that you guys do it at every show, that you guys give a hotline, that if everybody starts giving a bit more voice to it, it'll be normal to talk about it. Like I was saying, especially for men. We always tell men, man up, stop crying. No, cry. If that's what you need to heal, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very important. I tell my son all the time, you're smart, you're handsome, you're intelligent. Like, I'll keep repeating it every day of his life.
Affirmations are necessary.
Absolutely. I look at myself in the mirror once in a while and I'm like, pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah, man.
Boost yourself up sometimes.
Hell yeah.
If you don't do it, don't wait for somebody else to do it. Look in that mirror and tell yourself what you want to tell you.
Amen.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
What's the ultimate career goals for you guys? Where do we
Stripper.
want to
Stripper.
Does that happen on stage? You get hot and you start
Just
A little bit.
you know.
taking your shirt off to wipe your sweat on your head?
I mean, I know with my own personal career, I kind of feel like I'm already doing what I feel like I need to be doing, and that's just listening to the call and rising accordingly. So being involved with the community, with the greater world at large, and pursuing this passion with my family. And I think that as that grows, it's going to come together beautifully. And fuck the fear. Let's keep riding out.
I think more than anything, we all want this to work. I think we're all going to put forth the effort to make sure that it works, and that because of that grind that we do put forth every single day, as long as we keep that going for years and years and years, we'll take it wherever we can get it.
Pay the dues.
That's right.
Well, you never know. It could one day just
Exactly.
everything.
Yep.
And we're ready for it.
Oh, we're ready. Yeah, we're ready.
Stay ready for it.
We'll
Stay
be in
ready.
shape appropriately. Scully, Matt, you've got some career goals that you have that you want to.
Goals. I mean, just kind of like what we're doing, but also, like, you guys help me get into a rhythm of like actually like doing something, because I always struggled like doing things on my own until I kind of went to a complete standstill, and that's when I met Shade, and Shade's like, well, we can do a band, and I'm like, but I can be in a band? What? And yeah, everything just snowballed from there. But you know, I'm gonna try and find some time, like these coming weeks, to just find some time for myself to get into the things I used to do, like drawing and just going over songs and stuff.
Very
Absolutely.
important to take some time for yourself. That's
Yeah. For me, I would say, I just graduated college recently. I got my first job out of college. I start actually on Monday. I'm going to be working in a mixture of healthcare and business. So just definitely trying to continue working with this, but also putting a lot of time into the band, and, hopefully we can, secure something and make this work out as well. That's definitely my dream for sure. So.
If you guys could play anywhere in the world, like mine would be the Sydney Opera House, because I would love to hear the acoustic. Where would you guys want to play?
Oh man,
Japan.
World tour,
yeah.
world tour.
World tour.
We've
for
had
sure.
so many opportunities to go out to different areas. Like we got presented with an opportunity to go to Peru. I think that would be dope. But I think, like, why stop? Just play everywhere we can.
Right.
Any opportunity to perform and get up on stage, because like we were saying before, once we're on stage, that's when the dream it's a reality. All that work is being paid off. No matter where we're at, it's living it, baby.
I think we'll know that
Yep.
we made it when we get to play with some of our idols.
Yes!
Lamb of God.
Lamb of God! Yeah, man. Like
August Burns Ray.
August
was
Burns
one of my favorite
Ray.
bands, yes.
Immortal.
So
Slipknot.
wherever they're playing,
Queen.
we want to be there. Yeah, for sure.
So you guys would love Blue Ridge Festival. That
Hell
would
yeah.
be. Well,
We
keep
need
your
to
eyes
get there, man.
keep your eyes open. I know that it's doable. Dying Oath did Blue Ridge Festival 2 years in a row.
Real nice. Okay.
So it is possible for indie bands to actually get there.
Yes.
This year they have Deadlands. I don't know if you guys know
Is it too
Deadlands.
late to sign up?
I think might not be. You guys should check it out.
will.
Because
Yeah,
they
we
have
will. We definitely will.
indie bands sign up, and then they go through the indie bands and they look at them. If this year's too late, I mean next year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get press passes so I can
Yeah.
go and
That'd be
interview
cool.
the indie bands over there. But if I can get a chance to, 2 years ago, last year, I did an interview back when I was with the band, and the guy was telling me, he's like, oh, it's cool, next weekend I'm going to be at Blue Ridge to interview Motionless in White. So I was like,
Oh.
whoa. Like, wow, you're giving me time, but you're going there to interview that, and he was like,
Yeah.
I take anybody in. So
Yeah.
to
That's
see
awesome.
that put towards me is a lot what gave me the, I'll give anybody a chance. I don't care who you are, how many followers you got. You want to sit down and talk? Let's go. Let's sit
Let's
down and
do
talk.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
let's-
the festival that we're going to be a part of in July, the Living Dream Festival, they host. It's over at this dairy farm over in Middleburg, It's like the dairy farm, Middleburg, Virginia. If you're ever able to get out here during a time where one of the festivals go on throughout the year, they've even got one coming up in April, or was in April. They've got one coming up in May, and they've got one going on in July, and it happens throughout the year. If you're ever interested and the dates align with your schedule, you'll have a plethora of bands, a plethora of artists, a plethora of activists, a plethora of scientists, a plethora of individuals who are collectively coming together to make a difference and an awareness in the world. And mental health is one of the things that they talk about. Global warming is one of the things that they talk about. The justice system is one of the things that they talk about. And it's a platform for these upcoming artists to perform, and they grow every year. It's getting bigger and bigger and better and better. And you know what? We need podcasts. We need people there actively showcasing the show, doing interviews with the bands, doing interviews with these artists, letting these people have a platform to speak. And it's a win-win. It sharpens. There's no losing. There's no losing. Maybe some gas, but there's no losing.
Definitely check it out.
I mean, I'll check the dates out, and I'll see if we can make it up there. For sure, we're going to go up there. I know July, we're supposed to go up to Chicago, so maybe we could just
that's dope.
Going up to Chicago,
What are you guys doing in Chicago?
We're going to see family, but at the same time, I'm going to try to see if there's bands up there that I can meet up with, because I'll be there for a week. So,
what about the band Chicago? Are they still playing?
Are they in Chicago?
No, they're done.
I don't think so.
You sure?
I don't think so. Yeah,
yeah, I think they're probably all.
They're lead guitar players.
Okay, well then never mind. All right, forget that I did. Excuse me.
They always come back. Look at Queen. Queen got Adam.
Queen, they came back.
Sure.
And Adam Lambert.
Have they made anything new?
I mean, no, they're doing, I think, the old songs. But I mean, Adam Lambert. Somebody was gonna try to fill the shoes of Freddie Mercury, because nobody can.
No.
Adam Lambert is
pretty close.
Very, very good. Oh yeah, for the voice the guy has is just amazing. Yeah. It's nice to see him going from American Idol, not even a winner on American Idol, to now touring with Queen. I mean,
that's
Adam.
Crazy, right?
That's wild.
And then there was that guy with Journey, the karaoke singer from where is Thailand or somewhere. But yeah, it's crazy how some of these bands come back.
I mean, there's so many artists out there. There's so many, like it's incredible. It's and it's nice to see that they're giving a chance to people that are not. Adam Lambert, yes, he had a career already. He was known, but I mean, this just rocketed him to like the top. I mean, you're the lead singer for Queen now. Wow. That's completely crazy. Describe how music is important to, like, music and art to society. How do you think it plays a role in society?
For society? I mean,
in general.
Expression, empowerment, a voice, clarity, a light, something tangible to hold on to, knowing you're not alone. I mean, the list goes on. It's something that we've been able to kind of come together on, and it doesn't matter what the artist may have had an intention, but every listener comes in and they create and manifest and conjure up their own need from it. And because we're thirsty. We're humans, we're thirsty. We want more, we need more. We want to see the next thing, want to hear the next thing, we want to feel and know and be a part of. And it's where we connect. It's where we're one. It's where we can understand something more than just this bullshit we see day in and day out. And it's real. It's real. It's something that's there. You could replay it again and again until you're sick of it. It's not going to just disappear. And it's something that...
that's what I was saying.
Play a song and just live the song. You feel the song. I know a lot of schools, a lot of places are thinking about cutting the art programs, cutting the music program.
No.
It's
that's
not
why we need advocates, and once that starts happening, it really does define that area and their values. If that area, that's one of the beautiful things of America, is if you have that state, they have their beliefs, great. That city within that state, they have their beliefs, great. When it comes down to that youth, We have to be fragile and make sure that they have every avenue and caveat to explore who they are and rise up accordingly. And to take that away from them is to stifle them. It's to silence them into their full potential. And this is where music, you can't take that away.
Yeah, I'm
You know what I
very
mean? There's
grateful
no
for
taking it
every
away.
teacher I've ever had. Every art teacher, every music teacher. And even just art and music in general. Like, I don't know what I'd do without any of that. I'd probably not even have a life. Geez.
So my day job, I am a music teacher. I teach. Well, I guess I'm an instrument instructor. I teach maybe 7 different instruments.
Knows a lot more than that, though.
But
Can I ask him what instruments he knows, or we
The
gonna
list is too long. You don't have enough time.
Right, all right.
almost anything that has strings, voice, piano, drums, and more. As a teacher, actually, that's a lot of what I hear. Is a lot of these schools are getting away, or are getting rid of these music programs. They are getting rid of these art programs, and they are very hungry for it. These kids, especially the younger kids in elementary school. They don't have access to it, and they want it. So a lot of my business comes from these parents who are actively searching out anyone who will give their kids quality music education. In my personal opinion, I also think that art and music is a direct snapshot of society at that time. Whether it's some things are timeless. So like if you talk, Imagine, John Lennon, like that's one will always be true. But a lot of it is a direct shot of this is what's going on in society right now, and that's how I see it a lot of the time too. But yeah.
And before those powers that be, take away or brush over or wash out that history. We've got a beautiful power in a moment right now to continue to bring that to that youth. Into the world that's yet to come.
My kid is in music, and she wanted to be homeschooled next year because of bullying, because of stuff going on at school. And she announced that she doesn't want to be homeschooled anymore because she realized that she's losing her music program. So she'll stay in school. She'll take on the bullies. She'll take on everything just so she can.
She's going to be so much stronger from it.
Yeah.
So much stronger because those bullies aren't shit.
Exactly.
And I told her that she can't do what she wants because she really desperately wants to stay with music. It's rough.
But she's lucky because me and her mom are artists. Like her mom's a singer too. So we understand the music. We understand. So it's important. She wanted to play guitar. We bought her a guitar. She never played. It's on the wall right there. I bought her a bass, thinking maybe bass. It's on the wall right there.
Now, her to have that confidence and that comfort to tell you and to say, I want to be homeschooled, goes to show the love, the respect, and all that affirmation, everything you provide her. You both are such good, great parents.
I appreciate that.
Excellent. Yeah, well, it's true. It's evident. It's evident. And you've empowered her and encouraged her to go back and fight that good fight, to where she's realizing the good in it, and she's going to prevail. And she is.
Well, now we got her a drum.
Yeah!
I'm missing pieces, so if you guys don't mind, I might be picking at your brains to know what's the next piece I have to get, because I know nothing about drums. I know you hit them. But coordinated with drums at all. My hands and my feet don't go at the same time. So
sometimes you don't want them to. That's the hard part. For sure.
The brain doesn't talk to both the legs at the same time, and I'm a singer. I mean, even the guitar I tried to learn, and I can play Four Non-Blondes. What's up? That's my part.
I love that song.
G, A minor, and C. 3 chords.
Yep, exactly. That's my power. That's my party song. I'm like, hey, look, I can play guitar and play something else. I don't know the guitar back. But speaking of music, let's take a break and go listen to
Without Lines.
Here we go. Let's go listen to Without Lines from Konjur. And we're back. This is the NYXUS Podcast. We just listened to Konjur Without Lines.
Yes. This is one that we just finished up in the studio
With Oddly Enough Productions.
Jeremy Barr, and more songs to follow.
Awesome. We can find all your songs on Spotify, Amazon, all the big streaming
Apple
platforms,
Music,
right?
YouTube, Spotify.
Awesome. How about merch? Where can we get merch?
Merch! Speaking of merch, we've got things like T-shirts.
And hoodies.
And hoodies. T-shirts are only $20 for 2 installments of $19.99. Hoodies are $40 or 2 easy installments of $39.99. So it's a deal.
It's white.
I'm not good at that, but something's wrong here.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna have flasks soon. We're gonna have some like hats. We've got a whole array of things that we're looking into getting as well. And once our website launches, we'll have access to all of that for everybody everywhere.
I'll be waiting for the hats to launch because I'm gonna start hat production there. So
You'll be the first.
Awesome. You guys have merch also at your booth, right? When you're doing shows.
Yes. Every show we always make sure to set it up.
All right. So if you guys are listening to this is my NYXUS advice as usual. That last $10 that you're gonna buy yourself a drink or a beer with, don't. I want you to take at least $10 minimum. Go to your favorite band's booth and buy yourself a sticker, a cozy, anything. Everything helps. So that last drink, you don't need it. I'm telling you, you don't need it. You need that sticker though, and you need that T-shirt, and you need that hoodie. Bands work hard. It takes money to do shows. Indie bands don't get paid enough to do shows, if you ask me. There's the gas, there's the traveling, there's the food costs, so anything you guys can do to help your local bands, please go ahead and do it. We all love
the thing is that last drink, we'll fill your cup with the power of love. We sip from that fountain together.
There you go.
How did you come up with that?
I don't know, this came out.
Are you guys at the booth at the end of the show, or do you have somebody selling your merch for you?
A little bit of both.
Yeah. We typically have someone there, Ash,
My girlfriend.
she helps run that counter during the show. And then after the show, we linger around.
Meet and greet.
Yeah, meet and greet and all that kind of stuff. Drink.
So after the show, get your favorite musician, your favorite band a drink, get yourself some merch,
Yeah.
go talk with them. It's always nice.
If you don't want to buy that last drink, because they don't need it. We do. We do need that drink.
Exactly. Just rock out for like an hour on stage. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Or not the drink, but the merch. Get something, guys. Support the bands. It's important. Everybody thinks that bands are making it big with streaming platforms. Little secret, they're not.
No.
Streaming platforms don't pay enough at all.
I don't know. No.
I remember that you're happy, yay, I got my payout. Then you look at your payout and you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
$4? Wow. Can't even get myself a beer with that. Hold on. What's the best piece of advice another musician ever gave you?
Do it!
Yeah.
Just do it!
Yeah, actually, probably.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf, anybody? Yeah.
Yep.
Is he a musician?
No, I have no idea. He's probably done something at some point.
I mean, Shia LaBeouf does everything, so I wouldn't even be surprised if you tell me, yes, he made a song.
Right.
He dances for Sia in one of her songs. So
Shit, now.
Really? I didn't know that.
I know that. I don't know see this.
I think it's Elastic Heart Pop. It's pop
Oh,
music.
yeah.
Well, Sia's actually a pop artist. She's a singer, but she's also a songwriter. I think she's mostly known for the songs that she's wrote than the songs that she sang herself. I mean, she sang.
Interesting.
She wrote Rihanna's Diamond.
She did. Oh.
Shine like a diamond?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I think she's more defined by what she wrote than herself as a singer. She's amazing. I mean, you won't see her face. She's the one that sings with her hair in her face.
Yeah.
That's
very cool.
How do you guys define success as an artist? This is an individual question. It's different for everybody, so I'd like to hear everybody's little piece of mine on there.
Well, I think I speak for everybody when I say.
There you go.
He does speak for everybody. This is true.
Shut up! I speak for everybody when I say this. I don't know. You know, who wants to? Does anyone want to start or get the ball rolling on that one?
I can go first.
Yeah.
Just you know, for me, it's more when we're playing together, being able to read each other's minds. I feel like we're able to mesh very well together and be able to do that. Especially with Shade, like I can come up with the drum part, he can come up with the guitar part to match it, and vice versa, very easily. And that connection's very strong between all of us, and it's almost like we're telekinetic at that point. And then for me, that's something I really look for. So.
To kind of piggyback on that, you know, a lot of the times, especially when we're jamming, I try to feel out the vibe of everybody and to kind of accentuate what's already there and to launch off of that. And so once we're all in simpatico, if you will, that's when I'm able to really shine. And when we've had other people come in and we're playing, and it's kind of lackluster. It gets difficult because there's a definite wrench that's being thrown in that kind of, you know, the gears aren't grinding in the way, and I'm having to kind of figure myself out with that. But when I've never had an issue when the four of us are jamming, and once we find that flow, it just comes out. And so that kind of that almost telekinetic, that kind of being in unison and being deeply connected and rooted together, it's a bond that it transcends this realm. And at the end of the day, us being able to come back together despite what's done, said, felt, heard, we push past the bullshit and we wake up to the truth. And the truth is, it's the love that we share and the bond that we've been able to establish. And knowing that we're going to be there for each other, you know, through thick and thin. And we've been through some bullshit. And we've given each other a lot of it. We make sure of it. Every other practice, we make sure of it. You know, our emotional roller coasters to our whatever it may be. You know, we give it to each other, and we're there through thick and thin. And that success is being able to ride it out and know that that we're there for each other. And so, no matter what we do, it's going to be successful.
I think it's just normal to kind of clash sometimes, and because you are four individual, you know, people. Like yes, you mesh well, you work well together, but you're still four individuals.
Well, it's
so
real.
There will be, exactly, it's life. There will be some ups, there will be some downs. What's important is how it's dealt with. And for me, the way I live is in any relationship, friendship, relationship with my fiance, I do not go to bed mad.
Yes.
I fixed my issues, I fixed my problems.
Squash it.
First of all, I won't be able to sleep all night. And I can't.
Because you care.
You're not promised tomorrow. You're not promised the next 2 hours.
Yep.
You know, you fight with your significant other. You fight with your friend. Don't tell yourself, oh, when I talk to them later, or when I talk to them tomorrow. Nobody's promised tomorrow.
Squash it.
Exactly. While you have time, squash it now. Fix it now. You know, I think it's very important.
So what's y'all's vision of success?
Oh, mine's very kind of, well, I don't want to, it's very locked in here, you know. It's like I can see something that I've either done or been involved in and be like, oh, wow, I'm so glad about this. Like, you know.
So you have
like,
a vision of success.
Yeah, it's quite literally, do I see my vision in reality? No, feel bad. Yes, feel good. it's that simple to me. But yeah, no, it's just been so great. Like getting into music, getting into everything. Heck, I really love like going on to shows and just like shooting the breeze and stuff. Everything's nice, and It's kind of like an affirmation kind of thing. Like I see it, and it's like, oh wow, I guess I can be involved with like art and music, and it's like seeing myself be involved and enjoying that like I do other art and music. Like later on in privacy, it's like, wow, I've done something, you know. So
something to be proud of and accomplish. Yeah.
So it's just like those little tidbits, like putting together that puzzle piece from those tidbits. Like that's just me. I know on a grander scale of things, it's a lot more hype, a lot more exciting, and I'm excited. I'm excited that we're charging through and actualizing.
Yeah, but every little success, every little victories count too. We can't just look at the big goal, the big victory. Everything along the way has to be important, has to be celebrated.
This podcast in itself is a success.
Thank you.
You know, and it's an opportunity that kind of confirms in us that we're doing it.
This is huge.
And that it's here. It is huge, and we're very grateful. And we want to promote appropriately too, and help.
I'm happy to have you guys here, and I will help you guys like I help every other band. Like I was telling you guys during the little break, I still have connection with other podcast hosts, other people that interview. So I will give out your name to them. So if you are contacted, if you guys are good with that, I'll give your email out and I'll get them.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So James, your success?
Oh yeah. I would say I'm really a very proof is in the pudding kind of person. I like qualitative. This is what's happened. This is what we've done. This is the next step. And so anytime we're just like, this is what we're doing. The next thing that we're going to do is this. I'm happy. That's success to me, is I know the direction that we're going and I know what we're trying to do.
And it's getting done.
Exactly.
Awesome. It's good to know where you're going. It's good to see the goals being accomplished. There's no bad answer for this question. Like I've had everything. I mean, the youngest person I've interviewed on the show is a drummer for Beheading of the Queen. He's 15.
Wow.
So for him
what was their answer?
Touring, big tours with the big name. You know,
that answer if you ask me. I'm kidding. That's a great answer.
That was a good interview. Like, was the first interview they had. Good kids, from 15 to 20.
Wow.
Goodness.
Such talent at such a young age, and to be able to be doing that's powerful.
Very well. Also an
articulate and spoken.
Yes, very calm, very themselves. I think that's what I like about interviewing the younger kids. Is we, as adults, we have like mental blocks. We have like, and them they're just like really cool and very like, you know. So it was very different. It was very nice to see. The generation after us that's coming with music, we're in good hands.
We are.
We're in good hands.
Everything's gonna be okay.
I hope so. I mean,
we gotta give each other the benefit, you know. It's we just gotta ride it out. It's all gonna be all right.
Exactly. We just keep doing what we're doing. We keep showing the next generations how to be better people, how to be
role model it through action.
You know, like I always try every day to be a better version of myself, for society, and for my kids. Always try to show them that no matter what happens, you don't quit. No matter.
Oh yeah. I mean, like just like what you were saying before, with how you empowered your daughter in those many ways, and also how you communicate with your partner. You're role modeling a healthy relationship and how to successfully have a healthy relationship and how to communicate.
Well,
you know, that refusal to go to bed angry. That child sees that, feels that, knows that, is living in it. You know, and that's how they create healthy boundaries.
We have to show them. I mean,
Absolutely.
we're the teacher. At home is where they should learn that stuff. Respect.
100%.
Respect for themselves, first of all. I don't any of my kids growing up to thinking that they're not good enough and they need to be in this relationship because they can't find any better, and that's not true. We need to empower them to make the right decisions, but we also need to let them make their mistakes so they can learn. We can teach.
How to have a voice.
Exactly. I mean, we have, as open as the platform is here, it's open like that at home too.
Amen.
With respect, they can say whatever they want, as long as they're respected. So it opens up a lot of doors. It opens up a lot of, sometimes I'm not ready to hear what they have to say, but for them, it's their truth, and it's important for them to say it.
And they need you in your response as they go through it.
Exactly. And they need people like listening to this interview, seeing you guys, you know what I mean? The positive effects you have on people, the energy that you guys give out. Same thing with Mindy Jackson from Dying Oath. We were talking and she was like, well, if your daughter ever wants to talk to somebody, you can always tell her to talk to me. So it's nice to see that even if, you know, you guys are doing shows, you guys are touring, it's nice to see that most of you are still down to earth. You're still there for helping people in general.
We're all here together, man.
Exactly. Well, it was an amazing interview. I loved sitting down with you guys and getting to know more about you guys. It was a blast. I mean, I laughed the whole time. Real comedian right there. I will let you guys know when we have next mental health episodes.
Please do. I was about to ask. Please do. Thank you.
And that way you guys are always invited to come in. Please let me know when you guys release that song. We'll make a special episode for you guys. We'll talk about it.
Oh, man, yeah.
Have a drink.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So we're going towards the end of the episode. So everybody knows that the NYXUS question is coming and is next. So there's no bad answers. I've had don't drink too much to it's all going to be okay. If you get to sit down with a younger version of yourself at any point in your life, what would you tell yourself?
Never give in, never give up. Build your own world and shut the rest of the world out.
I thought you were going to say never give up, never surrender.
What is that?
Galaxy Quest?
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Tim Allen?
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they making like a sequel?
I hope so.
I hope so. I hope so.
hyped for that.
Anyway.
That you're beautiful, you're capable, and you're perfect just the way you are, and you always have been. Just be you. It's all you need to do.
Yeah, no, straight up believe in yourself, pretty much. Just don't think that you can't do it, because you'll sell yourself short.
Yeah, like things only go wrong when you just stop supporting yourself, and like it's a huge learning curve, but especially being a kid, you know, you don't know how to support yourself at first, and a lot of people tell you, oh, it's this way and that way. So my advice to myself is like, you already know the answer, stop letting people trick you.
Find your path.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks of you.
Yeah.
Right?
I love that saying, yeah.
What would you say?
Me? I told you earlier, your idea's not stupid. Growing
Amen.
up,
Heck yeah.
I
Except
was-
sometimes.
Yes. I mean, just do it. In the words of Shia,
Amen. Yes, just do it. Just do it.
I mean, you will reap your consequences. You will learn from your mistakes. We don't grow if we don't learn, and we don't learn if we don't try.
Yeah.
I would rather fail 1,000 times
Hell
than
yeah,
not
bring
even
it.
give it a try and see if maybe I could have succeeded.
Totally. Nice.
But that's me now. Me as a kid would have never have done what I'm doing
Never.
right.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I know that's where I'm at for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, my accent. Oh, people are going to make fun of my accent. I
Oh
mean,
god.
But you're fun to listen to.
I use that.
you live with your accent. I mean, I'm from Canada. You know, sue me.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
no.
No. Do they speak?
No, it's French. Where in Canada?
Montreal.
Montreal? Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
heavily French.
If you were listening.
The French province. But yeah, so that's my advice to my younger self for sure. Nothing stupid. I mean, sometimes, but
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
for good laughs, you know.
Yeah,
And
that's beautiful advice.
thank you. Well, thank you guys for being here.
With you.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
I appreciate you guys going through all those technical difficulties with me at the beginning, getting through it.
So
I
will it
will
be
make-
like a spliced thing? Like the first part will be spliced with this one?
Yeah, Matt's gonna make them all
Perfect.
fit together.
Beautiful.
Nice. Okay.
And we might hear a little different in sounds at one point, but Matt is,
Our like hair parting will be a little different.
yes, your hair parting, but you remember it's not going on
Right there.
video. I'm gonna do a little clip from when you guys are showing the merch.
Oh,
great.
excellent.
That way I could put that on a reel, tag you guys.
Oh,
and
heck yeah. Awesome.
I'll get you
That
guys.
means we need to expedite this website. We can have
Yes.
direct
For
link.
sure.
Absolutely. As soon as you have the website, you guys send me whatever you guys want to promo, send it.
We will. We're on it. We're on it. You've given us a lot of inspiration, and
Facebook
also
provides a
we
lot
want to
of-
be able to feed back into this glorious machine you got going on, because you got something beautiful going on. You're reaching a lot of people. You reached us, and we want to give back.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it, guys. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I'm enjoying every moment of this. Meeting new people, getting out of my shell, you know,
Yeah,
it
man.
helps a lot. And it's great to meet new people like you guys. Now I can't wait to go up and try to catch one of your shows and come and have
Yeah,
Yeah.
You'll get the VIP
Oh yeah, VIP treatment for Nick.
for only 2 easy payments of $39.99.
See, there we go.
No, you're good. You're good. You don't have to pay shit.
Saying 2 easy payments. By the way, by the time I get there, he's gonna tell me, well, it was 4 easy payments.
But you get a hat. you get a hat.
Probably good.
I'm ready to sign it. Let's go. But I appreciate you guys coming in. I'll send you a copy of the interview as soon as it's out on streaming platforms for
Thank
you.
you.
Right on.
And is there anything else you want to say before I let you guys go?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that's
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Never doubt yourself. Keep it going. Keep it going. Push forward. You're not alone. You're never alone. We are here together as one through love and love alone. Through love and love alone. Anything else is going to tear us down and separate us. If one of us could walk, we could all walk. If one of us could see, we could all see. If one of us could eat, we could all eat. Breathe, we could all breathe. We need to wake up to love and love alone.
I agree with that. I agree. Time to leave the hate behind and just start helping each other up. Just like the community on Facebook started doing. Shout out to the indie community on Facebook. What you guys are all doing is beautiful. Instead of competing, everybody decided to help each other out, share each other's things, and look how everybody's growing. So we
Amen.
got to keep doing that. We got to keep growing together. Guys, thank you very much for sitting down with us. This
Thank
was
you.
the NYXUS Podcast. We were sitting down with Konjur. If you guys click that follow button everywhere, I'm going to post a link in the interview. Make sure you click that follow button on every streaming platform, save those songs, download them, give those guys a hand. Their messages and their song is very beautiful, very important, and we got to keep the music alive.
Konjur!
Thank
There
you.
we go. That was the name, guys. Konjur. And hopefully next time I get to see you guys live and actually interview you, like right after the show, that would be
Yeah,
Hell
that'd
yeah.
be awesome. Yeah.
But keep me updated. I will keep you updated on everything.